Hi, we'll be looking at code management workflow in this video. So here I am at the login page of SenseOps code management. So I will be playing the role of the admin. So I will have access to every single aspect of SenseOps code management. So as we log in, we will go and land in the landing page of the SenseOps code management. So we will be connecting to this particular Qlik Sense server, from which we will be taking copy of apps. We will be doing version control, parallel development, and movement of applications from one stream to another stream or to a particular server. So as I told, this is the landing page. So before we dive into the workflow, let me show you how things are set up. So this is where we will be allocating the users and managing them. So here we are. We'll be able to create a new user with their name, email ID, a generated or a given password with their Active Directory IDs. So when we select the role, we will be able to don the role of promoter, developer, manager, and a super user. Manager is someone who will be able to manage the entire project and repositories. Developer is someone who actually plays the job of the developer. Let it be creating load scripts or creating UI or giving support, etc. And promoter will be the one who will be able to move those applications across streams and servers. And repository backup, we will be able to back up our entire repository in the any Git agnostic platform, let it be GitHub, Azure, or Bitbucket, or anything. Or if it is in on premise, we'll be able to do that on premise servers as well. Other than this, we'll be able to give the Active Directory, sync it with, and SMTP and proxies. And here is where we will be creating connections to the servers. This is a one-time configuration, and once it is done, the server is always connected to this particular code management entity. So how do we do that? We give the name of the server, we decide whether it's on-premise or cloud, which is yet to be rolled out, and we will be giving the files and certificates required to authenticate that particular server and the URL to accept it. And once that is done, a server is added to this. And also we have the projects under which multiple applications or repositories might come. So on a brief, this is how things are set up. Coming to the repositories, in Qlik terms, whatever we call it as applications, see here we see business overview, consumer sales, dashboard sales, and sales dashboard, etc. Right? Each of these applications, they will be connected and created as using each and every repositories over here. So one repository equates one application, and within that one repository, we will be having multiple versions of that particular application or repository, which are continuously updated, worked on, or developed, etc. Without further ado, let me just go and create a new repository. I'll be selecting which server. So I have two servers, development pre-prod. I'll be selecting development server, and we are connected. And to get the applications, I need to select the stream. I have the work stream, and I'm selecting dashboard sales. And this is where we give the initial commit message, because this is from which we will be identifying which particular version we are actually working on. So for now, it's initial commit. As I create it, a repository is going to be created in this area that is connected to this dashboard sales application. Here it has been created, and as I open, you will be able to see only the master branches available over here. Okay, let's understand this scenario. There is a developer A, there is a developer B. Developer A works on the load script of the application, which is the backend. Developer B wants to work on the UI, which is the front end. Typically, in a Qlik Sense development, during the application is developed, one user or one developer has to wait for the other developer to give him or her the application. But in SenseOps code management, we need not wait to do that. We'll be able to parallelly work on that. So how do we do that? Let's assume developer A comes in, they wanna clone the application. So while cloning, I need to clone the master branch, and I'm going to clone it in order to work on the script change. Let it be the branch name, and I will also add it to, I'll say dev A. So this will be my temporary application name where I'll be working on the load script. Which server? Development server. I do not want the app to reload because I'm working on the load script. So once I do that, I will load it. As I clone, another branch is going to be created inside this dashboard sales repository, and in turn it will create a new application in this particular hub as well. So I'll just reload, and when we look at it, yeah, An application for developer A is created. So let me prove it here as well. So see, a separate branch is created. So as developer A, I'll go in, I'll open it. I will be not able to see any application sheets because none of these have been reloaded. I'll move to the data load editor. What I'm going to do, I have multiple tabs. I'm going to go to the sales data. I'm naming this particular table as prediction for now. I'm going to rename this table, and I have bunch of commented codes over here. I'm going to remove them, and it is saving currently, and I make sure that it is saved. And okay, so this is some change I intended to do. So as I do that, I close this application, I go to code management. Every time I do a change or may do a process, I'm going to commit it. So what's the commit message? I would say that the script has been changed, and as I commit it, the older version is going to be replaced with the modified version, which is the script modified version. See, it has been updated. Okay, developer A is done with their job. Let's assume a developer B comes in. He wants to or she wants to work on the UI of the app. So they will also clone this application. This time it's going to be UI change, and it's a developer B's copy. And this particular developer wants the server or the application to reload because they are going to work on the UI part. So once we reload, only then the UI is going to be there. So as I clone it, similar to the past thing, an application copy is going to be created along with a branch being created in this particular repository. So let's go ahead and check if that has happened. I'm going to reload. Okay, I've got a developer B as well. I'm opening it, and I'm also making sure a branch has been created over here. Yes, there is a UI change branch. Okay, I see here I want to create a new sheet. As I create the new sheet, let me name it as table. I'm going to open it. I'm gonna edit it. I'm checking for objects, charts, table. Okay, for now I'm going to add year and month for it. I'm going to add year. Let's have a look at month-wise sales. Month. Okay, that's here. I'm going to use it as a measure, which is sales, sum of sales. Yeah, and I need the formatting to be different. I'm going to label it as sales, and the formatting is money format. And the title for this table is month-wise sales. I gave it, and not only this, I need to edit an existing report as well. I have the detailed report over here. I don't need the cost. I'm removing the cost. I'm bringing quantity before discount. Okay, now I'm done with the editing. I have to one new sheet, and I have also modified the existing sheet. So once this is done, I'm going to go here. I'm going to commit this change. I'm going to name it as simply UI changed. Yeah. As I commit it, again, this branch is going to be updated with the newer version. So as a manager, let's assume I am the manager right now. I'm donning the role of it. I need to come and compare if those changes have happened properly. What I can do is in the repository page, I have this particular repository, right? I'll be able to compare between versions. There is a master version which has initial commit, and I need to change. Let's assume that I need to check the UI if it has changed. I have two commits in UI change. One is the initial before the changes, and one is the changed thing. I need to check if the changed is proper. I'm going to compare. So as I compare, I'll get each and every aspect of it: the dimensions, measures, master objects, script, sheets, variables. Every single thing associated with that application has to be entered over here. So let's assume, okay, I'm going to check in the sheets because I've got a marker showing that there are two changes. I'm going to check the report, and in the detailed report I understand that something has been modified, and also I understand that there has never been a sheet called table. Here the table sheet has been added. I will also have option to look at it as a graph format or the code format as well. So some of these sheets might be associated to a bookmark, so that has also been modified. So I understand that something what I have told has been done. Okay, I say that to developer A and developer B, I give them a thumbs up. So once that is done, they will be submitting a merge request to update the main or the master application with all these new features. So what they'll do, they will be submitting a merge request like this. See, UI change in the UI change source commit and master initial commit needs to be done. and let it be UI changed as well, and let it be the commit message. And do I want the temporary application to be deleted? I don't need it for future use. I can do that also. I'm creating a request. This is developer B's. Similar thing goes with developer A as well. They also will submit a merge request, but this time is going to be script changed, and that would be the commit message. I don't need the source application, which is the modified one, and I'm submitting a request. As a manager, since I'm donning the role of admin, I get all these merge requests over here. So first let me go and check the script changed request. I understand, okay, I go to the script, sales data has been modified. I scroll down, I see this part chunk of the code has been removed because this is marked in red. As a manager or the approver, I get to choose which version I'm going to retain. For example, if this is something I have not approved of, I will select the old version to be retained, or this is something it's okay. So I'm going to select the newer version, I'm going to approve it and approved. So one merge request has been handled, but I have another merge request which is the UI change also, right? Similar to the compare screen, I get, okay, script has been modified, the sheets are there, the bookmarks are there. I'm going to select the updated version to be retained. I'm going to select the report, and in script, okay, everything is done. I'm approving. Again, I'm going to approve this. So both the merge requests have been approved. So let's close this and go and check if those source applications have been deleted, because the merge request has happened, right? So this particular application is not yet updated, but the repository of it has been updated with the latest commits. So let's go and check the dashboard sales. See, everything has been merged to this one single branch. So we have updated the repository, but this application has to be published to either of these streams for the external users or the other teams to use. So how we would do that? We would have jobs which will do the movement of the or promote that particular application. Now I'm going to create a new job, name sales, and from which repository I'm going to move. It's going to be dashboard sales. The destination server is development itself, but I'm going to move it to a new stream. Either I will be able to publish it as a new application, or I'm going to replace an existing application. But this is the first movement, so let me select that, and I'm going to move it to the SenseOps stream. As I create the job, a path is going to be laid from work area to the from the hub area to the SenseOps stream. I'm going to run it. So I'm going to check all these. Okay, dashboard sales development from this product and this job title. Okay, run the job. So what it will do is similar to the publishing of the application, not similar, exactly like the publishing of the application. The application is going to be published over here, dashboard sales. Okay, so now I did, and I'm going to check the history. So okay, for the sales, what is the history? It has been success. So if in case if there are any errors, you will be able to identify using this history of jobs as well. But what are these packages for? We might have a bunch of jobs, right? There in ETL there might be three different applications: extraction, transformation, and load layer. What if we have three different jobs and everything has to be run in a certain order so that every movement happens seamlessly? That is where the packages help. So this package is going to be named sales movement. I have multiple jobs, right? I'm going to select sales, extraction, and sales movement, and add the jobs. So here is where you will be able to sort that. So chronologically, extraction happens to have first, and let's consider that sales movement is the transformation layer, and since sales is the final layer. So I'll be able to reorder these jobs, and once I create the package, similar to the job, a path is going to be laid in this particular package, and as I run it, everything is going to be happening in the same order what I intended to do. And in case if you have a doubt like what if I do the movement is wrong, or I want to rework on some of my things, you will always be able to roll back. You will be able to roll back to any particular commit, any commit, either it's before change or after the change. You will be able to roll back to those commits and rework on that, and then run the job or run the packages in whatever order you intend to. So this is something we have on SenseOps code management. Whatever applications you are developing, whenever you need parallel development, version control, or workflow approval, everything can be catered in the form of SenseOps code management.